Hello, welcome to the Jimmy Jam Oracle. All right, today is Chantal's birthday, so happy birthday to Chantal. And for her birthday, I thought it'd be fun to do a Celtic Cross. And remember, we welcome the spirits just like I welcome you. And let's get started. I'm going to do a quick shuffle. If it seems a little dark today, it's storming pretty good, so if you hear any thunder or any rain noises, that's what that is. Oh no, dropping cards, sorry about that. Alright, good shuffle. Tap, 1, 2, 3, spirits, please. Help us out with this Celtic Cross today for Foodie. Chantal, it's her birthday. Let's see if we can find out what she's up to. All right, so let's get started. Okay, remember the first card is for Chantal, supposed to represent what she's either represents her or the situation she finds herself currently in. It says giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, and charity. Okay, so we notice like pentacles. That's a coin, money, financial. So giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, and charity. This could be perhaps donations to her. Maybe it's her what they call that. They do like the greetings and stuff. Well, then she was taking money for like eating requests. Perhaps that's the charity it's referring to. For some reason, this is her current state. Perhaps she's in a current state of needing charity. But let's keep going to the second card. The second card, of course, is the obstacle card. So this is what's going against her right now. It's the world. It's reversed. And let's see. It says seeking personal closure, shortcuts, delays, no closure, and incompletion. All right, so something's not being finished, it seems like, because remember the world. See, it's got this circular right here. So there's like that cycle is not being completed. Is it her cycle that she usually finds herself in when it comes to her health, or is it more of a personal cycle? Maybe an incompletion of her visa run, which everyone thinks she's on the visa run right now. I personally think so too, which is one of the reasons why I think the coin has come up for her. That could be the giving part. Perhaps it's implying that there was like a big give on her part, which would be towards the visa run, like the plane tickets and stuff, or even like the paperwork involved in that. But there's something's not being completed. Let's go ahead and continue. We go on with the third card, which sits on the crown, because it's what Chantal is currently thinking about right now. What's sitting on the forefront of her mind, whether it's a fear or a wish, or just more of her like current situation. We have the 5 of Cups. It is reversed. It says acceptance, moving on, finding peace, personal setbacks, and self-forgiveness. So perhaps this is probably more of a personal wish, the finding peace, acceptance, and moving on. Moving on from what? Not sure. Maybe it's a wish for this cycle to be completed, finishing whatever this is. All right, so then we have the past card. It's the distant past foundation. So this is describing an event that happened like a long time ago, or further enough back, that's influencing the situation right now. And what do we have? We have the 2 of Swords. It's reversed. It says lesser of 2 evils, no right choice, confusion, indecision, information overload. So in the past, it would imply that she either made a decision of lesser of 2 evils, or even didn't make a decision at all about something like something really difficult. Was it the move to Kuwait? Or maybe less further back than that, maybe trying to figure out where, like if we're going with the theme of the visa, I would say maybe where she's going for the visa. Maybe that's the indecision. And as for the lesser of two evils, again, if we're talking about the visa, I would say Canada or Thailand, one of the two. Because really it's the same situation, no matter where she goes. Like, the only benefit to Thailand would be that it's more affordable there. But let's keep going. The fifth card, it's the more recent past event. So this is something that's recently happened. Ooh, it's the Tower. Oh, you can't see it though. It is upright. It says sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. It's funny, the sudden insight. Could be sudden insight into her health, or could it be the sudden insight into her current relationship? Not sure, because the cards don't really seem to be pointing in any particular direction. It did start with a pentacle, but and usually with the pentacles I refer that to like financial, but there's no other indication of financial. If anything, all this seems very personal. So if I had to make a guess, I would say this is just herself, like not in a relationship. This is just herself, like in an emotional state. So what this sudden upheaval could be, the sudden change, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a different point of view, or it could just be something has happened to make her feel a different way, and it's happened very suddenly. So what that is, I'm not 100% sure about, but let's continue with the read. Maybe the cards will give us some more insight. Then we have the sixth card, which is the future. It's in the future position. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, we have something that's circular. It's reversed. It says bad luck, no control, resistance to change, breaking cycles, and a negative phase. Again, we have something, I believe, it says breaking cycles, and then we have this going against her, which is an incompletion of a cycle, which is, in my mind, it's the same thing. And it does say something about negative phase. So something about breaking the cycle she's currently finds herself in. Well, she's always in some sort of cycle, in like whether with the visa hops or with her health. Like, she's been really predictable so far. But it does seem like something pretty drastic is going to happen, and it's going to break her cycle. And I think it has something to do with the Tower. In fact, the more I look into this, for some reason, I'm more thinking about the visa run. Like something bad is going to happen with the visa run. Maybe she won't be able to go back to Kuwait, or perhaps something happened on the journey to wherever she's headed. But definitely something negative, and we have no control and bad luck. So definitely something negative is happening right now. So we're going to scoot these over just a hair so I can fit more cards right here. So we have the seventh card. So the seventh card is the... Okay, it's supposed to be a card for the questioner, about the questioner. So it could be how she feels about the current situation, or it can reveal like a course of action, or it could be like a spirit's advice about the role she should take to control her own future. A little bit of a wild card, I guess, the seventh card. We have the Knight of Wands. He is upright. It says energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, and impulsiveness. I'll be honest with you, the impulsiveness one, it really sticks out to me, because Chantal, even in her own words, she'll say that she's impulsive, that she'll just go at a moment's notice, and I think that's what the adventure is talking about here. I think this is the spirits maybe confirming that this is about the visa, because again, like, it's talking about adventure, about fearlessness and impulsiveness. And every time Chantal talks about like how impulsive she is, she usually brings up how she moved to Kuwait to get married. And like that movement, adventure, like it's screaming visa. All right. So I think that's the spirit's confirmation. Ooh, and I knocked the camera. I'm so sorry about that. All right, so we have the 8th card, which is environmental factor. So this is an outside influence that is affecting what's going on here. So this is usually like reaction channel, or it's what people like view her channel. It could also be like someone entering her life or somehow affecting the current situation. Who do we have? We have the 3 of Cups is reversed. It says overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time, 3s of crowd, and gossip. This is, I believe, is reaction channel, or even like her own fans, or just whoever watches her knows of her. This is their opinion of what's going on right now. The overindulgence being if she's on her visa run, she's doing and eating whatever she wants, whether it's the gummies or it's fried chicken. Again, with a heavy partying goes into that as well. Isolation, so they think wherever she is and whatever she's doing, she's alone. Mostly because most of the time she travels, she is alone, whether it's to Canada or to Thailand. Again, independence goes into being alone. Alone time, alone, you know. And gossip as well. I get this card a lot when it refers to action channels because of the gossip. We have the 9th card, which is inner emotions. So this is, it's kind of like this card up here, where it could be about hopes and dreams, but this is what's sitting on the forefront. This is what she currently thinks about and what she actively thinks about. But this next card is more, it's more deeper than that. It's like subconscious fears or even wishes. We have the Emperor, but he's reversed. Let's see. He is domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, rigid, stubborn, tyrant, and recklessness. Okay. Most people would probably think this is Chantal's card. Perhaps this is a fear card for her. Like, you know, if we go into reaction channels, like let's say she's listening to them, this is how she would potentially see herself, as that domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, or for some reason I'm picturing Chantal's mother, the controlling, the lack of discipline, and the stubborn. Like, this might be how Chantal views her own mother, because if she's in Canada right now, 9 times out of 10 she's living with her mom, or I'm sorry, she's staying with her mother, or she is around her mom, which of course, you know, that's home. But like, Chantal doesn't record around her mom because her mom, again, won't allow it. That could be the domineering, maybe the controlling part of the card. I'm really getting a strong feeling of Chantal's mother. And this is probably how she views her. Because even like the lack of discipline, Chantal even herself said that as bad as a teenager she was growing up, her mother didn't discipline her enough for it. So that's like Chantal's own words. That's what she said. So like, that's why I saw the lack of discipline and then the controlling. Like, I'm thinking of Chantal's mother, because Chantal, her mom does it, Smee, right? That's what she calls her, Smee. She doesn't allow Chantal to record, and I think Chantal would see that as like controlling behavior. All right, so let's flip the last card. It's everyone's favorite card. It's the outcome card. We have the Hanged Man, but he's reversed. It says delays, standstill, resistance, stalling, indecision. We have indecision, fear of sacrifice, lack of control. Again, we have lack of control. So we had no control over here. So it's just funny that the future card and then the outcome card are very similar, which just kind of drives in the fact that, you know, the spirits are really pushing that something is beyond Chantal's control, and she feels it. I think we have stalling. Because I feel like we had stalling before. Delays in this one. Yep. In the world card, we had delays. Again, delays here too. So I really do feel... Sorry, I do feel like this is about the visa. Like there's something happening with the visa that's beyond her control, and it's going to start breaking the cycle that she's in. So the the chart someone made for her visa run seems like it's going to be useless. Oh gosh, the screen is much darker than I thought it was. I just looked up. Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I get from this, is something is going to happen with the visa runs. But let's ask for, we have time, ask for a little bit more clarification on this card right here, the Tower. Like, what is this sudden change? Like, what's going to happen? Let's ask the spirits. Let's say, spirits, and thank you for this Celtic Cross, but can you explain the Tower in Chantal's read? What is the Tower? What sudden change? Oh, I got a couple of jumpers. I don't like jumpers. Don't like jumpers because I don't really think it's the spirits talking to me. I think it's just my hands not shuffling very well. Yeah, they really wanted something to say. They'd put that card right at the top of the deck. Isn't that right, spirits? I trust you to do that. All right, so what do we have? We have strength, courage, passion, subtle power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, and compassion. For some reason, it's the persuasion part that's really sticking out. I don't know. Let's keep flipping. We have the Queen of Wands, courage. Again, we have courage, confident, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, and joy. Okay, so we have persuasion and determination. But we also have courage, again, both cards, which is odd. We also have independence, which that goes into the Celtic Cross, where it implied that she would be alone somewhere in one of these. I'm sure you remember. That's okay. I'm not gonna. You could always go back in the video, but there was definitely like independence and being alone. So I wonder if this is representation of Chantal right now. But I just wonder what the sudden change is. We have the Hierophant, which is right side up. It says institutions, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval, conformity, forgiveness, bonded, mercy, wisdom, and trust. Okay, so at first glance, this would look like a really positive read. Because, it's talking about courage, and then it's talking about, like, approval, like social approval, conformity. But this rules and conformity and tradition is something Chantal can't stand. So, like, it seems like this will be going against her. And I would just like to point out, because I just realized, I believe this is the Aries. So an Aries has showed up for Chantal. So, like, it just really drives in the fact that this card, I believe, is Chantal, or at least it's supposed to represent. And she would see herself as, like, the queen. But anyway, as I was saying, this conformity is something Chantal doesn't want. She's always had a problem with authority. So this card showing up is not a positive for her. What it could mean, I think it's something that's going against her, which is, maybe that's why it's sitting next to her, or like the opposite of her. And as for the strength, for some reason, like, strength is really being pushed here, and I think she is going to be like pulling in like as much strength as she can to go against whatever this Hierophant is representing. Whatever the sudden change is has something to do with this Hierophant and her going against it. We do have society and its rules right here. Could that be what's breaking the cycle for the visa? And then she's going to have to pull whatever strength and courage that she has to get through this. I'm not sure. But it seems like it's going in that direction. Because that's honestly what... Because it also says social approval. Which, when it comes to the visa, social approval and then society and its rules, it seems like something is going... It has happened with her visa. Like, perhaps she's just done this one too many times. Maybe they're on to her. But definitely someone of authority, or even like just the society itself, is what is causing whatever control, bad luck, breaking cycles is causing this. Because this and the Hanged Man reversed, they're so similar. And again, this was in the future position, and then this is in the outcome position. With the outcome position is just another future card. And it's just amazing how similar they are. Which just drives in the point that she is definitely going through something right now. And I really do think it has something to do with the visa, because the timing of it is sus. Like, she... Like, it just so happens when someone predicts, like, okay, you know, she'll have to visa hop around this time. This is the time where she's offline. Like, she hasn't posted. Well, even anything she does post right now very well could be, like, post-dated. Something she filmed, like, days ago. But she hasn't gone live. And that's unusual for her to not go live for this long. But everyone needs a break every so often. And traveling is difficult for her. I hit the camera again. I'm so sorry. Traveling is difficult for her. But as a thank you, I like to do an intuition pull. Go ahead and think. This is a card just for you. So go ahead and think of a question that you would like to ask the spirits. Or just like if you have a situation in the forefront of your mind, just go ahead and let your mind wander. And I will pick a card for you. I'm feeling this one right here. Can't see because the screen is so dark. I'm really sorry about that. I'll fix that for the next video. Who do we have that you can't see? There we go. We have the Five of Swords. He is upright. He says conflict, disagreements, competition, and defeat. Winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, abusive relationships. Oh no. Well, really sorry to hear that. Maybe, you know, if you're going to take a positive spin of this, like the conflict and disagreements, everyone has conflict and disagreements. Doesn't mean they can't be handled. So don't worry too much. There's nothing a good conversation, and it's just a good figuring things out can't handle. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And we thank the spirits for joining us today. And I hope you have a great day.